Hello, everybody. Super excited to be here today. I know I am pumped and ready. I got my, don't read my my notebook. Um, I got my notebook ready to take notes because I know this is a very important training that a lot of us are in need of, that a lot of us want, that a lot of us have been dreading, the minutes to pass, so that we can hurry up and get to this information. The information that is going to be given to us tonight is not just by anybody. It's not just by like, oh, I ran into Pepito today. He's going to give a training. No, this man is ready. This man is every day learning new things, learning new strategies, always connecting, always learning, always educating himself. And the beauty of this is that he doesn't keep it for himself. He shares this information with us. For those of us that do not take the time to go out there and find this information, he does this for us, and he is here tonight to share this information with us. So congratulations to all of the ones that are here live, and congratulations to all of the ones that are taking the time to watch the recording. So I'm not going to take up any more of his time. Please help me welcome with all those hearts, all those thumbs up, all those clapping hands, our one and only Omar Retamar, Jersey boy. Thank you so much.
What's going on, everybody? Let's light up that screen for Karen. She's looking amazing. And that notebook must have been customized specifically for you. And I love that. So thank you so much. Always amazing to be here and always amazing to share the stage with you. You get me fired up. And yes, before we even get started, I want to send my prayers to everybody out there in Florida and everybody in the other states who also been affected. I hope everybody's staying safe. Don't take it for granted. Don't take it for a joke. If you have to evacuate, evacuate. And just know that we have a community here. Reach out to any of us. And we're also going to be there for you as much as we can. All right. So praying for everybody to stay safe. But hopefully this is going to be the storm for social media now that we're going to bring on here tonight. And just want to know, just want to see if there's more. I see some cameras on and I want to take advantage of that. I want to know who's ready to learn some stuff tonight. Love that. Karen, Adriana, Claudia, Sophia. What's up, Rockstar? Oh, we got Paula. What's up, Rockstar? Look at you. Loving those breaks. And we have the amazing Ana Rocio. Her smile is just like she's always there connecting. Listen, tonight, what I'm going to share with you, and it's not hot breath, it's not hot air in my head. This is something that can really change your life, your business, and it could take it to the whole next level. So those of you who are on here live, you're gonna get a bonus at the end. And guess what? That bonus might not come out in the recording because I want you to take advantage of what's gonna be shared tonight. Now, I know a lot of us are just trying to make it happen on social media, but I want to have a kind of little temperature of the room. Who's kind of like on the struggle bus on social media, kind of like trying to get traction, but don't get much, kind of like trying to figure it out. Karen, by the way, is really active lately. She's been doing a lot. I see Ana Rocio also doing. I see Helena doing a lot. So I mean, we have a room of doers, and that's really what I want to speak to tonight. I want to speak to the person who is doing. Now, if you're not doing, you want to start to take action. I want to remind you something. There's 85 days left in this year. 78 days to Christmas and 85 days to say bye-bye 24. You can transform your business, your life, and your whole organization in these next 85 days, even with all the holidays coming through. And I'm going to share with you tonight what we're going to be sharing of how to create a magnetic ecosystem that's going to help you attract the person perfect to you on social media. And trust me, you're not going to feel the holidays. So just to be clear, a lot of this information is from the course of SOS 60 method, which is the sell on social 60 method that I know Dan is around here. So some of this, I got 3 courses in one. And I'm going to try to be as brief as I can to bring it to you. But these are different from different people. I kind of made my little own salad and brought it in here for you tonight. We're going to be talking a little bit about different topics. And I'm going to be sharing my screen. So I want you to pay attention to the screen. Yes, hear my voice, but I'm not the important thing on here. What you're going to be seeing is what's going to change your social media in a whole different aspect. And I'm not taking this lightly. I'm going to be very honest. A lot of this stuff can cost anyone $2,500 to $4,000 out there, easy. All right. So what I'm going to bring you, so this is why we can't share it on Facebook, because there'll be people just grilling at me and going out like crazy because I'm giving stuff that people are paying for. So I want you to take that in consideration and take advantage of this. And those that are gonna watch the replay, a lot of this stuff you're not gonna see it. Sorry. Let's get this party started. Okay. Let me go to where we have to go in order to get you the information you need tonight. Now, I know Dan was around there. I know Dr. Rosana might know something about this because she also got the course, and Sandra. But this is a completely different aspect, a completely different angle of it. So it's creating a magnetic ecosystem on social media. So this is going to apply for every single social media platform, wherever you can put videos. Okay, it doesn't matter wherever you can put videos and create content, that'll be it. This is going to help you in that area because you want to create that community. Now, at the end, we're going to have a bonus. I'm going to share with you a powerful prompt that I'm going to share with you, but also I'm going to share some links, and I'm also going to share with you. Well, this I can give it now. It's an announcement. On October 15th, YouTube Shorts are going to officially go to 3 minute longs, 3 minute long videos. So there's a book out there called Day Trading Attention by Gary Vee, and he is like a prophet in marketing because he has seen things coming ahead. He said TikTok was going to take over, TikTok was going to dominate, and TikTok was going to basically, tell people what to do. And that has been happening. This is what he calls the TikTokification of social media. And yes, every platform is adapting. So we either adapt to do videos, faceless, face off, face on, face it, but videos is going to be like the way of getting you out there. And just to be clear, marketing and advertising are two different things, but they kind of walk together. They're like their neighbors that one borrows sugar from another, but they walk pretty much together. Keep that in mind. So tonight, table of content, let me talk to you. We're going to be talking about what is an ecosystem, who is your perfect prospect, brand versus product. It's going to be something very quick because I don't want to. I'm going to leave some for another training. Giving 3 Fs in marketing. I just did a live on that. If you haven't watched it after the broadcast, you can go watch it or watch it tomorrow on my Facebook page. I give the details of that, but we're also going to be touching on this tonight. Your perfect chat GBT prompt. This is gonna put money in your pocket. So a lot of you are gonna leave here tonight with a plan of action. Hopefully you find value and you're gonna be able to make money in the next 85 days that are left in this year. And last but not least, the 7 places to find endless leads, right? So if you're with me, let's get the party started. Okay, first off, what is an ecosystem? Probably asking, right? Probably been to an aquarium, probably been to places where you see all this type of stuff. You probably been to the beach and you see everything around kind of like aligns together, right? To get into the own bubble. And as the National Geographic Society describes it, a geographic area where all elements work together to form a bubble of life. I don't know if you would like to have a bubble of life on social media where this is your bubble, your world, and bringing people into your world where everything that's happening in there is for a purpose, for a big reason, but also is also changing lives. It's adding value to people, and it's creating this place where you're gonna have that essence of not just growing your business as an extra, but you're going to grow communities. You're going to grow friends, people that really think alike. I never expected in this time that, and I'm going to be very, very honest, if you guys follow me on Facebook, you know that I post a lot about my faith and stuff. I never thought that being just my genuine self, my authentic self, of feeling that faith letting it go out me would touch so many people. I get messages almost every day of people thanking me because what I posted made a difference in their life. Did I do it with that plan? No, but it's aligned with the purpose that God wants to take us to, and it's aligned with the purpose of being me. Like I'm just being me because, quite frankly, I post these stuff to speak to myself most of the times, and guess what? They talk to somebody else. So have you? May you have some experience like this. Well, you think you're speaking to yourself, trying to encourage yourself. Maybe you're going to be talking to other people, and people are going to start reaching out to you. This is going to start creating that ecosystem in many areas. So the three types of ecosystem, if you know, and if you're taking notes, hopefully, if you want to screenshot it, I'm going to give you a little heads up. I kind of put my little ninja marketer in there and anything. So anybody who wants to screenshot it is going to have it in there like a watermark. I apologize for that, but it's for a purpose. Okay. So one is the aquatic, right? Aquatic is water. Your profile is transparent, crystal clear, and enjoyable. The other one is testatorial, point land. Your profile is pretty widespread, covering a lot of topics, but a bit like a mini forest that can use some weed plucking and quite a few things could be cut off your page, So it's kind of like there. And don't feel bad about anything because I've been all three, except for this one. And this is the artificial ecosystem. Your artificial ecosystem is when your profile is created based on your social media persona, not quite clear on who you are. And this is where it kind of like it starts right here. I'm going to start, touching a little bit on your shoulder and speaking out with love. Because a lot of times we adopt this social media persona, trying to be authentic or genuine, trying to be someone. But in reality, it's not really us. Like one of the things I just discovered lately, and this is something I'm going to use for me, is an acronym. If you guys want to be, in the same aligned with it, but it's LIC, right? It's Loud Introverts Community. So all this is going to be sharing to talk to people. I'm an introvert inside of me. I am. I'm just loud, and I learned how to dominate a little bit my nerves and my fear, and kind of like push myself extra. But now, thanks to a community like you people around me, I've been able to be myself without being judged, without feeling judged or pointed at. So that makes me okay. Now I'm genuine. Now it's me. I could be me. I could be goofy, and guess what? Some people are gonna be repelled, and that's okay because they're not my peeps. But here in these three type of ecosystem, as a network marketing professional, you must understand the importance of those three because we're connectors. We connect with people every day. So the reason a lot of people don't grow and probably on the struggle bus, it's because and and this is me speaking from experience. I'm not pointing at anybody. It's just me who I was. I was so worried about what others would think or say because, oh my God, if I present them the business, then it's just going to probably damage the relationship. If I talk to them about money, if I talk to them about one product, then they think I'm just going to try to sell them something. Guess what? No one cares. Newsflash. No one cares. Because at the end of the day, if you're really you, they love you for who you are. They'll hop on your post. They're coming. They'll share your stuff and get back to you. And if you prospected them once and it didn't work, maybe down the road you want to share something else, just keep being genuine. Be yourself, but don't make it all about sales. Don't make it all about your business because this is a relationship business. And down the road, you're going to build a huge organization with people who go from being an affiliate or a business partner and become family. We know that. A lot of us who've been in here for quite a while, we know that people become literally our family. So keep that in mind as we continue on this right now. And this, I made a post about this the other day. These are just, if you understand this, whoever understands it wins. What this means is, if you look from left to right, products are built in factories. Brands are built in the hearts and minds of people. Why is that important? The first thing is you are not a finished product. We represent a company with a product. They have a brand, but you are not the brand, nor you are the product. You are your unique self. You are your brand. So when people look for me on let's say on TikTok, you know what's crazy? I bumped into somebody the other day and I saw him, he saw me on TikTok. You're like, oh, you the longevity dude from TikTok. I'm like, no way. Like, I'm just shocked because I'm little me. I don't have a whole bunch of, followers like that. I'm not a huge influencer. This dude knows me because I'm the longevity guy on TikTok. I'm like, no, you didn't say that. I'm like, no, yeah, I see your stuff, bro. Like, yeah, that's. I'm like, what? So I'm hopping on the train. This guy's making it like really obvious. Everybody's looking around. I'm like, oh my god, no, he did it. I was kind of like, yo, bring it down. But it's who you become, that brand. So your brand is going to, you are going to be represented with your heart and your mind. And guess what? The product, yes, is going to be part of it because down the road we're going to talk about the product. We have to. But people will follow you because of how you make them feel, how you added value to them, and what you added to their life. You know what that saying? They say that people will forget what you said, but they won't forget how you made them feel. That is very true when it comes to this. So, that being said, humans help maintain the balance of the ecosystem. So, be human. This is all where I'm going to take you tonight. I really want to dig into this be human, be you, because you should embrace yourself. You have a uniqueness. You have beauty that the world needs. Whether it's your smile, your charisma, whether you're funny, whether you're somebody who just adds all the time, who lifts people up. You have a uniqueness that makes you you. And people become magnetic to you for what you are, not just for what you can bring. Oh my God, you could bring a product that could transform somebody's life. Amen to that. But it's the value added. They call it in real estate the prop value, right? The added proposition. They call that. This is also it's applicable in all type of business. So you're becoming an added asset and added value to people's lives. And I want you to be that, but just be human. You don't have to embrace anything else. So let's go into the important fundamentals uh, before we begin our ecosystem. If you look at this on the right, little square, I want you to look at it. If you want to take a screenshot, go ahead. If you want to take notes, the ecosystem components. And I'm going to summarize it by what it says on the left. First, these are the three fundamentals. It starts and ends with you. If you look at that cycle right there, right? It goes you, content, prospect, duplicate, you, content, prospect, duplicate. It's all going to start and end with you. It's not egotistic. It's not something that egocentric. It's literally who you are. Why? Because number two, your prospect, who's your perfect prospect? Newsflash, shockers. You is just you 2 steps back. Who you were. So if you're having problem finding your niche and like, how do I talk to people? Who do I find? Here you go. Probably going to help you out with this. And three, people do what they see you do, not what you say. And that goes to a basic principle, even in the Bible, when Jesus told them, the disciples, do as the Pharisees say, don't do as they do, they right? But it goes back because they were saying crazy stuff that they weren't applying and they weren't doing. But in today's world, in today's real world, especially in network marketing, people will do what you do. Because if you're doing a lean back and you're like, you know what, you're telling people to prospect, but I don't see you doing it, then you become managerial. And in network marketing, we're not employees. And we're not bosses to no one. We're uplines, mentors, leaders. The best you can do is become a mentor to someone, become that person who can guide them. So we lead by example. And here's a little side note. Here's a little side note on the bottom. I kind of like got a little messed up there, but this bubble of life, this ecosystem and this bubble of life will never work well if you do not have a clue who you're trying to bring it to, bring it to it. Like whoever you're trying to bring into your world, it's not gonna work. It's never gonna work if you have no clue who you're talking to. And to best do that is the best exercise is the man in the mirror, the man or woman in the mirror. Stand in the mirror, talk to yourself. Literally, it sounds crazy, but it's really therapeutic. It's gonna help you because you're gonna help be able to understand. Sometimes we have facial expressions. You're meaning good, and you're being all the good, but you don't have the right connection. You might have a different look. Maybe you had a bad day, and you're kind of looking at them like this, but you're trying to say something nice, but you're looking at them hard, and then the message completely deviates because they're like, "Oh my God, like what the heck? Am I getting pow pow? Like, what is this?" No, you might be saying something with love, but your face might not show the same. Anywho, that's for another training. So today I did a Facebook Live. Don't know if you guys watched it. If not, you can watch it later. But I kind of went over this, the 3 F's of marketing. I actually put it giving 3 F's to win marketing. People are like, oh my God, bro, get out of your gutter mind. It's all clean. But the first F is facts. Now, if you guys been on here for quite a while and you've been on any of my BOPs, I always try to bring some stats. I bring graphs. I bring stuff that's happening. In our case, we could bring clinical studies, trials, etc., with the company, right? That makes it easier. But um, that's something that educates the person and makes them glue them to you. Because like, oh, this is the person who got the information. They got the facts, especially in today's world with fact checkers. And number 2 is supposed to be feelings. I don't know why I put feelings, but hey, it's a typo. Feelings. Use them heartstrings to make you relatable. I remember I was on a challenge a little while back, and my online mentors, Stacy and Nicole, they were like, you have this thing where you connect with people. You know how to use them heartstrings, and that's something that people can develop, but you just kind of like have it, innate. I'm like, no, I don't. I wish I could connect more with people. Like my team would be huge. They're like, that's not the point of getting. The connection is not just the people you have on your team. It's how you connect with people around, and you have that to be relatable to like people can sit there and say they get me. They really get me, and that's what you want. At moms, if you're out there and you're probably doing laundry and or folding clothes, don't feel bad. Go live, record yourself folding clothes while you're giving value. Trust me, it elevates the whole trust factor to a whole next level. Because people are like, wait a second, this person is there. It's like it's just like me, but people are so in their head and they're like, I don't want to show this mess. I got to be polished, which takes me to the next one. Fun. Make it fun. A lot of times you see me pumped up and I'm excited. I'll start doing stuff like if you guys been on the Red Hot Topics, I'll bring some stuff and I'll compare it with others and try to be funny. Funny is money, but become watchable. Funny is money. Be creative, but not polished. Interactive, like ask questions to your audience, give shout outs, giveaways, etc. All this stuff is fun, and people connect with you because they say, wait, I can't wait to go on there and hear Karen out. She always brings some good value. She makes it fun, and she's always bringing something that I can relate. And I'm also this. I'm connected. Like that's my peeps. That's the person I want to connect. Trust me, there's a lot of people out there like you. A lot. There's people right now. Helena, she's on here and she's having like some breakthroughs, not just growing in numbers of views. She's connecting with people. And you would think like, oh wow, people would say, well, social media is for young people. Yeah, she's about 60 something and she's connecting with the people her age. And guess what? They love her. Because this is what it is about. You build your community, you build your people, and naturally people start loving you for who you are. So I hope you guys are finding value so far and nobody's falling asleep. I can't really see the cameras because I'm reading. Let me know if there's anybody knocked out. Okay, so
You're good.
let's go. Good? Okay. So, why isn't it showing? Who's ready for the almost perfect prompt on ChatGPT to attract your perfect person. I want to see that. It's gonna be. You know what? We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. Let me, because this one I gotta see it. This one we're gonna do together. Okay. Even Elise is on here. All right. I see that. Straight from Connecticut. So I'm gonna drop in here a link. We're gonna do this together. I want you to follow through. If you're on your phone, I don't mind. You be disconnected a little bit for a few seconds. Just don't go away. This might distract you a little bit because it's this. I know Dan is on here. Dan was probably on the Elite Marketing video on live. We saw it on the course. Rosana's not around here, but there's some people who saw this. And I'm gonna be really honest. A lot of this stuff we saw it back in June. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to see why we are ahead of the game and why we are ahead of the curve. To see it, you can also be on there too. You don't have to wait once a month or every 2 months for me to be here on training, but we'll share that. So we were on a training in June, an elite marketing training. This young man, I call him young man, he's 50 something, but he's fairly young. He gave us a really good prompt. I'm going to share it with you, and I asked permission. I'm not sharing this out of the blue. But he said, just make sure it's not public, because I'm like, no, chill, don't worry about that. I got you. This prompt gives you your perfect customer avatar, where they hang out, what social media platform they're in, what kind of posts they like, what kind of stuff they're into, what Facebook groups they're in, so you can find them. So anybody kind of like that? I don't know if that'll help anybody trying to find their niche, their perfect prospect. So I'm gonna share it in here. You guys promise it's not gonna go anywhere, just in here, okay? And you guys go, well, go with me. I'll go with you so you can see. I'll be sharing it on the screen, and then you guys can go and check it over there. Don't leave the broadcast just yet. Let me share my screen again, because I want you to see this. I want you to see this. This is something that, geesh, if we can do it, if everybody just picks up on this a little bit. So you're going to go later, not now, to markharbert.com / avatar prompt. And this is going to pop out. And we're going to go. And this is what we're going to find. Hope you guys are ready. Okay, this is something from Mark Harbert. I did ask permission about this. So in here, you're going to find this prompt. This is what you're going to find in there later on, okay? The primary prompt. You're going to copy this later, and you're going to put it in your chat GPT. Even if you have a free version or a paying version, this will work. This is what you're going to prompt into the chat GPT. You're an expert researcher. This is the power of verification. It works even with robots. You are an expert researcher who is incredibly adept in defining a target market avatar for, you put in there, whatever it is, weight loss, energy, menopause, whatever. Look at all the questions below and fill them completely for me. List each question below and then provide the answers. Also, I would like you to give me my perfect avatar a name. My target gender is either man or woman or both. Demographics, gender, age, location, income, marital status, psychographics, what social media groups they're in, what publication do they need, do they read, what associations do they belong to, if any, what brands do they follow, what experts, gurus do they follow, types of software, tools they buy, what religion they practice or don't, what events do they attend, dream, goals, desires, and so on. So this, you're going to literally, after the training, you're going to go into that, and I'll send you, if you don't find it in here in the chat, I'll send it to you private. I'm not going to put it in the group. This is why you got to be on here tonight. And you're just going to literally copy this all the way. You copy it, and then you're going to take it to ChatGPT. When you go to ChatGPT, then you go and you put, the information, the niche, whether it's men or women, whatever you want to do, and it's gonna pop out all the information you can imagine in there. Helpful so far. I just unarmed you of any excuse you had to say, I can't talk, I can't find people. This is why I said whoever's on here tonight is gonna get a really good bonus because first off, I have to cut that part because I don't know where that video is gonna be going and I can't put it on YouTube, being that it has copyright. And also that can get me back also flagged. But also there's other people and Dan knows about this. We paid high money, good money for this. So does everyone know here doesn't know what ChatGPT is? Everyone knows what ChatGPT is, right? I hope. If not, it's okay. Don't feel bad to say I don't know. I didn't know what it before. I'm just using it pretty much for everything. And listen, you do? Okay, that's great.
Omar,
Listen,
yeah, get a vibe of the room, and let's see if everybody does know what ChatGPT is, because sometimes we assume. So I just want to can everybody that is in this room write on the chat yes
yeah.
or no, and that way we will know if we need to do a training on that, please. Everybody answer on the chat, please.
Because he was like, I got a saving screen. I got to save in my home screen. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, this is really like, it's going to be a game changer.
So we have
What
one
you?
no. We have one no.
One no?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Elda.
Elda. Don't worry, we'll get you there.
Elda and Tere also, she just recently learned about it. So we can help you, but also Tere can help you with that, okay?
Dan said you can close now and say goodnight. I ain't done. We ain't done yet. Thank you for that. But this is something that I want you to, you know, to really put, and you can do it 100 times if you want. You don't have to do it just once. You want to go back and change it, you redo it, copy the whole thing in red, copy everything in red, you copy it, and you paste it into ChatGPT. You can change it, you can play with it. You want to do makeup, you want to do weight loss, you want to do stress, you want to do energy. You play with it. And you can even go around there and see, it's going to give you a whole, it's going to give you a name of the avatar. It's going to give you the age, where they hang out. It's pretty cool because it gives that name. And that's like your perfect customer. Not that you're going to go after that name, though it doesn't hurt. And hey, another little trick, once you get that, you can actually, if you got LinkedIn, you can go on LinkedIn and start searching that name out of the blue. Let's see if it pops up. Some of them might not receive the message because they got premium and they probably block you. But if you do got premium, you can still get to them. So just a little extra tip, because I know that sometimes we get stuck on who do I talk? Where's my avatar? Who's my perfect person? No more excuses. And tonight, this is gonna put you in a whole different scenario with social media and everything. So let's go back. Let's go back. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful in a certain way. Now, on social media, we're always gonna have two buckets. I mentioned this on one of the last trainings. It was a BOP, but nobody showed up, so we actually did. I kind of like talked a little bit about it because I know we were going to come and bring it, but I did mention it in the last video I did with Daniel Hernandez. We just never got into the deets. And these two buckets are going to get you where you want to go with social media. One is active, the other one is passive. How do we fill them up? We'll get there. But in our language, network marketing language, the active is when you go out and prospect, reach out to the person, go empty out your cell phone, empty out your friends on social media, wherever, or even cold, because a lot of my people that I have now has been cold prospect. I don't even know how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. So because I kind of like, I burnt out a lot of people, although there's a way to come back. So I'm doing a lot of cold prospecting. People that I don't know, never heard of me. They don't know me from Adam. They don't even know I exist, but I just reach out to them. As the active one, because what I want to do is bring them into my world, bring them into my ecosystem. And then when they start seeing, whoa, this video, oh, wow, this is nice content. Oh, wow, he's a family dude. Oh, he's a faith guy. See, it starts going there, it starts building up. Now, whoever gets one of those and say, not my guy, they're going to leave. And that's okay. Not my guy, that's okay. AI is a friendly virtual assistant. How is able to basically answer anything, right? Anything. So you can imagine the stuff you can put in there that can help you in many ways. Now let's go to the second bucket, which a lot of us might be on a struggle bus because it is. And it's the passive bucket. In this case, you put out a piece of content, you put out a video, expecting, praying to God that everything works out. You start lighting candles and praying and throwing incense to see if it happens, and nothing really happens sometimes because it's passive. That alone shouldn't discourage you. I've had videos with 340 something K, and I've had videos with 15 views. I don't care. At first, I was like, damn, that kind of like, it hit me. I went down. Now, because I've been a little bit in the experimenting side, I've got flagged a few times. I got not shut down, but I got like, I wasn't able to post. So I was kind of like on Facebook jail. TikTok kind of gave me a little, they tapped me on the wrist. And because I was posting stuff, which now the guidelines are going crazy, but I know where the problem is. A lot of this stuff sometimes is controversial, or it's your content is if you're like if you're doing reaction videos. Yes, exactly. If you're looking in the right places, I'm going to share with you the right places pretty soon. So that's going to be really good. So a lot of times, this is why we shouldn't really necessarily be cold prospecting much, because once you create the passive, people are going to start, that bucket's going to start filling in. Then you still do the active, and then you have the passive. Now there's people who have, by the grace of God, they have an extra quality problem, and they don't have to prospect because they have so many leads that they could just work from there. But that's not everybody. So though it can happen, don't rely just on that. This is why it creates the whole thing, active and passive, active and passive. So the reason I still prospect, although I have so many leads on different videos, is because I don't want to sit back and say, I got this. Because once those are gone, mind you, you can find leads. Well, we're going to get there. I don't want to get ahead of me. You're going to find leads. And once from here, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen if anybody tells me tomorrow or a few days from now, hey, you know what? I still can't find nobody to talk. I'm just gonna point them to this training because I'm gonna unarm you of any of them. So how do we fill them up? You see the bucket, you see the water all the way down there. Like, what are you gonna do? Go through that jungle and try to get to that beautiful place and fill them up? Well, it's funny how this works, but there's a young lady that I've helped in another company. It's company Vida Divina, and she started applying this. And just to be honest, I have people. I don't know if they're on here, but I help people. I do that. And, I've been able to give some tips to Ruth, Paula, in here. I've also helped this young lady in Vida Divina, and she started crushing it. You know what they told me? At least 5 people already that I should start doing trainings and get in charge for them because I'm giving out too much value. I'm like, I should consider that. But it's because I love helping. Now, she started doing this. I gave her a very basic overview of this, and she started like blowing. Oh my God, I got so many people to talk to. How can I ever thank you? I just do it. If you ever come really big one of these days, just, I don't know, throw something over here if it's in your heart. If not, then it's okay. But you start taking the action necessary. You start creating content. By the way, on that prompt, it's also going to give you 10 different headlines or topics for 10 videos to talk about for that specific person. So even if you don't have anything, how do I find content? How do I create it? That prompt right there, if you scroll down after copying it, is going to share with you the 10 topics also. You put that in ChatGPT, it gives you 10 topics for that precise avatar. You're not going to struggle anymore. All right, so where are these people? How do I find them? How do I fill up these buckets? Well, number one, on your post and reels, on your friends' post and reels. You can go to your friend's post and find them there. I've seen people who they're falling through the cracks. They're leaving they're leaving money on the table. Not that I go and necessarily prospect them for me, but I'll find them and I'll create. I don't know if you guys remember, I did a training about a couple of months ago, and it was how to have the great conversations, leading them into the inbox, what to do to create chats, even if we're cross lines, what to say, kind of like that. You could do that stuff. Doesn't matter if we're cross lines or sidelines, down lines, up lines. It's best to work with the up lines, of course. But if you can't find them, then try to find a cross line and work with them. You're gonna find them. They're hiding in your posts and reels, friends posts and reels. They're hiding in your messenger inbox. People you had conversations with that you probably haven't spoken to in a while. And this is where the funny also comes in. Be fun. You go back to them like, hey, oh my God, I think I dropped the ball. Hey, it's been ages. We haven't talked. How's your world? How's it going? How's everything going on with you? Just be you. And you go back to the conversation and then you could go wherever you left off. Because you're going to get to that point, and I'm guilty of this. I've done it many times where I go back and like, oh my God, I never sent the link, or I did and never followed up. It happens because you're going to have a quality problem. You're going to have so many leads. You get caught up in the minutia and your daily, going out and hustling. It happens. You're going to find them on your following your account on your or in your friend request. Yeah, if anybody on here has sent me a friend request and I haven't replied, I really deeply apologize. I'm everywhere but there. Why? Because on Facebook, we can connect without being friends. So that makes me like thinking we're already connected and we have conversations and everything. You might have sent me a request like a year ago and I never replied, but we're connected. And if we haven't, just send me a message and we can still connect. But I don't want to fill it up with so many because I have so many people that are, friends and for life and all that. But I want to leave some space for people that are growing, and when the team starts growing more, have them in there as well. Anywho, also on your friends' requests, also people who are watching your stories. Oh my God. How many times have you put a story and then you look at you got 120, 200 views, or even if you got 60, 40, 20, go in there. Check it out because there's people who are probably being so consistent. Hey, I love your stories. I love them. Yes. Well, I would call them, for me, I'd call them my fans. I wouldn't tell them to that. But hey, thank you for being my fan. They're like, huh? But for me, I'm like, oh my God, they're raving fans. They do become raving fans. They're rooting for you. They're going out there, they're watching your stories. So you can go and pop up, hey, I see you stalking my page. I see you stalking my stories, and just spark a conversation from there. Make them laugh, make their day. I don't know if you heard it today, but you're awesome. And a lot of times when you have already connected with these people, you can use the voice or use the video. I'm like more of I use both. Depends on my mood. Sometimes I don't want to look all scrappy and crazy. I'll just send a voice. But sometimes I just don't care much, and I will send a video. If it's somebody I have a close relationship, or at least we talk back for quite a while. Somebody who probably I just started talking, might not send a video, but I will say something. And you're gonna find them in Facebook groups about your passions. Maybe you like gardening. Maybe you like cooking. And I know that they taught us and they taught us wrong, and they have no fault. Our upline sometimes, not all of them, but they tell us to go into groups where that's health related, people who are sick, or people who, they need people who are looking for an opportunity. That's the worst we can do. If you go into groups that are like business related groups, don't you think other people are in there already? They're kind of like everybody's trying to hustle for the same. We sound and look so thirsty. I don't know. For me, it just feels like no. I could do something better. So find other stuff, the stuff that you like. Let's say Karen. Let's say you find into I don't know veterans that veterans in Florida, whatever and you bump into them. You have a lot to talk about without necessarily pitching them, and try your best to become friends with the administrators. That's a win. Right there, when you start becoming friends with the administrators, it goes to a whole next level because now you can actually comment on people. Now, don't post about the business and maybe not the product so much on the group, add value to them, but everything else, just bring them to your world, bring them to the ecosystem, bring them out from there, spark conversations over there. Go into their inbox if they have any questions about PTSD or they had a, oh my God, and anybody in here, was a veteran this year, like if you experienced joint pain and we're barely in our 40s, what the heck is going on? Oh my God, I can relate with you. I know how you feel. Listen, you take them to the inbox. I've been taking this. It helps me out. Blah, blah, blah. It has 8 different spices and it reduces the inflammation. Blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that you would know already what to say. That's it. Now you take them out of the group, but you're still in the group and you're adding value, commenting on people's stuff, rooting for them. The best thing we can do, and I love this because Herminio say this from day one. Like ever since I started this, Herminio says, we have such a powerful tool in edification. Our most powerful tool as a networker is edifying people because you lift them up. But guess what? That's not something that goes unseen. That when you say it, it bounces back. You know who also has this incredible ability? Dave. Dave speaks to you, makes you feel so important. He's dealing with thousands of people, but he'll give you that focus in that minute. And that to me, that stands out. Like giving you that importance, making you feel important, seen, heard, and understood. That's all we really need to duplicate as networkers. Making people feel valued, that they're appreciated, that they're loved and heard. Everything else will flow naturally. And last but not least, you're going to find them in your contacts or in your friends list. Go out there. Let's talk to people. I have over like 3,400 people on my Facebook as friends. I haven't gone through all of them. I got like 16,000 followers. I have not gone through all of them. So I'm not I'm not telling you something I'm like, oh my God, I already did all this. No, I still got work to do. I got videos with 400K that have over 1,000 comments. I haven't gone through all of them. It is a quality problem, but I'm getting there. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to focus just on that, leave my job. You know what? I'm going to be rich because these people are going to come in. You don't want to go that route either. At least in my case, I can't right now. I can't just leave my job and go crazy, especially with everything happening right now. God forbid, we want to, but listen, we have to take the action necessary because at the end of the day, you're getting paid for performing, for taking action. So you're not going to get paid just for thinking or a managerial way to run your business. Because I even made that mistake with our Brazilian people. I got to a point where okay, I got like 4 or 5 diamonds. I'm going to tell them what to do. Mm, it don't work like that, And I was lucky because I had like accidental leadership. I didn't know what I was doing. I still was growing. Then you start maturing in this. You start growing as a person. Then you realize, like, you know what? They're always going to follow what I said before. They're always going to follow what I do, not what I say. And trust me, when you go to that level of leadership and you're just transparent, um, yeah, there's times where you have to kind of like push on people and let them know, but that's something you break it down from day one. What type of leader you want me to be when onboarding? You want me to, because there are going to be bad days. There's going to be bad days. It's not if, there's going to be when they come. What type of leader do you want me to be? You want me to let you be and just, break it off, kicking rocks, and whenever you feel better, come back? Or you want me to remind you why you started in the first place? Most of the time they say, yeah, just kick me in the butt. Not all of them take it because when you come back and say, hey, you told me you had dreams and aspirations, I don't see you taking action towards them. Oh my God, you're so harsh, man. You don't understand. People like that. But that's where you know where people, okay, they weren't that serious. Anyway, no onboarding training is a different training. So we won't have a community if we destroy the environment. Morgan Maxwell. And although it really sad, we won't have an like a whole eco, I don't know the word he had before, but I just changed it for community because in our case, we need to have community. And if we destroy the environment, the gossip going here, this and that, talking about the others, or not paying the right attention, not leading by example, all this stuff, It really hurts an organization. Um, if you've been in here for quite a hot minute, you've seen at conventions how sometimes there's some device division that shouldn't happen, or things that just happen because they never spoke for well from the top. We're the change. We're the difference. And I thank God I can go into a Sen meeting as much as I can go into Juan Rosalo's meeting, as much as I could be over here with Dave. And that to me is fulfillment. That I've been able to do something that not everybody can do without necessarily having the pin and being seen as a pin. I'm being seen as somebody who's actually genuinely wanting to bring people together. And when they can see that without me saying it, it makes me think that I'm probably doing somewhat of a good job to do and become myself, because that's all I want to do. I want to bring everybody into a peaceful place where we can all be us, man, and nobody else can take it from us. So, like I said, a lot of this stuff, I got it from the course, the SOS 60 method. These are some of the, the trainings that are there. Most important extra, both bonus trainings, there are 8 trainings. There's 120 lessons in this course. So if you are looking at me right now saying, well, when are we going to get your next training? Maybe in 8 weeks or once a month or every 2 months. We don't know. And you're thinking about, I want to get the information before the year ends because I want to know what actions to take. This course is still available. You can get it. I'm going to drop the link in here so you can get it. But as far as now, you can still, hold on. Well, this is just me thanking you for being awesome and making me part of this. So you can still get it. I'll share the link right now in here. Um, I can assure you, I haven't gone through the whole thing, but I can assure you, this information is going to take you ahead of 90% of people out there. Don't take it from me. Ask Dan, ask Dr. Rosana Ho, ask people who have bought it, so they can tell you, and you don't take it from me. That's one thing. I'm going to drop it in here if you guys want to go and grab that. You're more free to go and get it. I'll do full disclaimer. Yes, I do have an affiliation with them, but I'm dropping it here because I also got it. I haven't been through the whole thing. I'm learning, but everything I learned is what we learned already back in June, and I'm kind of like bringing it to you now in October. So I don't want to be that guy like, damn, I already knew all this stuff and never brought it because I don't have the time to give you all the stuff. I wish I could be here 2, 4 hours and just give you deeply because I love. There's a lot of stuff in there I know I could train, and not to brag, but Dan knows I was featured in their course because I implement. I take stuff, I trip, I fail forward, I mess up, I'll eat dirt just to make it better so I can bring it to you already done. And I'd rather do it that way instead of saying, let's see if this works out. And then you'll be like, you know what? It's not all that. No, I'd rather make the mistakes first and then bring it to you when it's already cured and better in a better way and looking better, even though I got hit by 20,000 buses and ran over while trying to make it happen. But it's part of it. So you got that. Also, I want you to know this Thursday there's gonna be a Facebook Live with Ray. Is 3 ways to find your purpose. So a lot of times our stuff isn't really strategy. A lot of times it's not about method, strategy, tactics. A lot of stuff is it's breaking out of the mindset of unworthiness, of breaking out of the mindset of, I don't deserve this. Maybe I can't do it. That's them. Well, he speaks well. Oh my God, this guy's so, he's so polished. He speaks well. No, you have a seed of greatness in you. Yes, amen, amen. Well, thank you for believing me, man, because I was trying it, and I said when I got results, I said I gotta tell people. I gotta tell at least, not everybody's gonna believe it, and I'm okay with that because that's gonna happen. That happens in our business too. But Dan has been somebody who's believed in me from day one. He has found value in what I bring. Rosana Holt as well. I don't know, Sandra Lovato, she's around there as well. But very few people really look deeper because what I share is not something just because to bump people in the head. It's because I want people to see, Sari. I want people to see what I'm seeing. Now, there's this purpose-driven 3 ways to find your purpose on Thursday. It's going to be something really really deep. It's gonna be on Ray Higdon. You gotta sign up for it. I can send you guys the link. It's free. It's free. You gotta sign up for it, but it's free. You just have to have the link for the email. Um, and they're gonna be talking about faith over fear. They're gonna do a live stream that they're gonna be selling the live stream tickets as well. I can get you to that. I would love to see more people on there with me. And to be honest, I've seen before already, Damaris, Juan, I've seen Jeff. We've chatted in the room. We've grown together. We learned a lot. But I want to see more of us. More of us. Like I said, when I say us, a lot of you probably have even greater ranks and bigger pens and bigger checks than me. And that's okay. But I just want us, like the community that really started this, to grow at the same pace. Where I can be like, hey, I didn't get this right. Karen, I'm kind of like hesitant on this. What do they mean by this? Where we can feed off each other. We can feed off each other and grow. And trust me, when they see us, people will know we're different. And people are already talking about the For Life people because Jeff was at Eric Worre's house the other day. They're talking about us, but I want them to not just talk about them. I want them to talk about us as well, and respect us in the industry like how we should. And for that, we got to be always on top of the game. And I feel kind of bad because I know there's stuff that I could have been brought a long time. We just never have the whole time. So that's why it's really important to stay there. So I'll be sending the links. Whoever wants it, I'm not going to post it in the chats, kind of like not to bring any friction or anything like that. So whoever wants it, I'll send the links of the Faith Over Fear Live. If I get that, if not, I'll just at least to the Facebook Live with Ray. But I'm honored. I'm honored to be here, honored to be part of this, and honored to be alive in this time. Be able to see each and one of you grow at different paces, but growing for the better. And I don't need the recognition. I don't need you to tell me it was because of what I added. I just want to know that I did something. I did something of value and that I added to your life. And I can smile. And one day when I see you on stage walking and I said, you know what, I'm so glad they made it. And they listened, they implemented, they applied. That for me, that's fulfillment. That's happiness. I don't need anything else. All right. So God bless you all. Like I always say, see you all over the top. Karen, all yours.
Thank you so much, Omar. I know everybody here has their hearts filled with so much love for you. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Please don't beat yourself up for not bringing this earlier. Anytime this information is welcome. And I'm sure if you bring it again in the next 4 or 5 months, it's going to be taken in with the same love and appreciation. So thank you so much for sharing it. And definitely, yeah, it's a motivation to definitely like look for some information ourselves, because yes, you're bringing all this information here, but one thing is living it, just kind of like conventions. You can talk about your experience in convention, but you have to live the convention. So I believe these Facebook lives and these trainings also need to be a personal experience. But thank you so much for sharing it. Definitely please send me the link, the links that you were talking about. And honestly, this information has fired me up. It has gotten me to like, okay, let's get things going. Like, I know what ChatGPT is. I know what I used it for a memorial. My cousin's mother-in-law passed away. She's like, Karen, I need to send some words. What do I do? I was like, ChatGPT. Like you can use it for so many things. And we have it for free and we're not taking advantage of it. So thank you so much. And we all really, really appreciate you so much. I don't know if you guys want to open up your mics. Claudia, are they allowed to? Do we stop the recording? What do we do so we can continue thanking Omar for all of
Oh,
this?
thank you. Thank you for being awesome, for also, always be willing to say yes. You make this better because I'm kind of nervous. Like I don't know how to, if I'm going to do it by myself, it's a whole different thing. Like, where do I start? I don't like to like bring anything, but when anybody like opens it the way you do and everybody else who brings that light and their smiles, you guys make me feel a lot better. Ana
That was
Lucia, unmute. Let's take that over here. Hold on. Ana
Yeah,
Lucia, unmute.
I think that they're allowed to unmute.
that was amazing, Omar. I certainly enjoy it. I really want to learn, and I enjoy GTP. Yeah, I wrote something for a wedding that I haven't I was called to speak, and I wrote it, and then I asked ChatGPT to help me to edit it and make it more inspiring and thing, and it was wonderful. People was crying with it. It was awesome.
It's
Yeah,
amazing. It is. And the more you specific you talk to it, the more specific it gives you those
yeah.
deep.
I even give it a name. His name is Ethan, and then he calls me by my names, and they're just friends, you know.
Yeah, thank you, Omar. It was wonderful, and all the things that you told us. I think most of us didn't know about the environment and what we do, and sometimes we might fall in the thing that we try to do like perfect things. I probably will never do anything folding clothes or anything, but the idea is to be more spontaneous, and I think that works. And when you start doing it without the pressure or the feeling like, oh, they are going to criticize you, you never know. I always there are going to be people that is looking for your message, and as you said, probably people that look at you and say, oh, that's what I needed to hear today or to see, or thank you for that. Probably they won't say it, but we just need to do it. And with the chat gpt we have a lot of help. I mean, it's like a personal assistant that helps you in anything, even to make a recipe or whatever you need. But if you use it for doing this business, seriously, it will give you a lot of things that will help you to stand out of the rest. And the only thing that we have to do is do the
Do it.
things, because sometimes we wait until we do it perfect, and we don't know what to say, or no, we just have to do it and take the time, be present every day, and for sure we will get attention. Because as you say, I sometimes I don't do it because I'm quite busy, but when I do it, I get a lot of attention, and it's like, oh, I have to keep doing it. And sometimes it's like, okay, weekend I'm going to be doing stuff, but kind of far from social media. But no, you need to dedicate every day time for being there in social media. So thank you for everything that you said today.
Thank you. Thank you for being awesome.
Thank you,
Brianna, can I ask
Omar.
who was that?
Thank you, ma'am.
That's
Excellent.
Paula. Paula's amazing.
you.
You guys are sleeping on her. Hey, thank you for being here. Oh my God.
Thank you, Omar. Oh my God. You're amazing, Omar. Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you all. Have an amazing night. I wish we could stay longer and give you more, have some more, but I don't want to make you fall asleep. So thank you for being here, for making this awesome. And you guys got VIP because a lot of this stuff is not going to come out in the recording. So you guys got that ahead of time. Karen,
Yes.
thank you for being amazing.